Play ball we are. Ken Maurer, Ron Garrettson, and Mark Wunderlich are officials, and the Grizzlies win the tip. Jason Williams, who is shooting the lights out so far in this series, the double team on Pau Gasol, the leading scorer at 19 a game for the Grizzlies. And here is Williams putting up the threes and giving Memphis the early lead. Jason Williams shooting 53% from the field, and of course it's easy to pile on, isn't it, at this point?
Yeah, all this comes down when a team is losing. You don't ever hear any of these problems when, the team is winning. Winning cures all the ills.
And it's hard when you're the number 8 seed with the problems going against a team like the Phoenix Suns. Jason, coming into the game, the Grizzlies had 27 fewer free throw attempts than the Suns, and that's not good for a team that depends on defense in the inside game.
Well, that bodes all about what Amari Stoudemire is in this game.
Dante Jones with a jumper, yeah.
But they've made some mistakes coming down the other end with a couple of bad shots and a couple of turnovers. You got to settle the offensive part down and continue to play the good defense. And
as usually happens, as Watson lays it in, that's what happens with working to the Suns' plan. They've gone to the line a lot more. And there's Dante Jones, Jackson, and Quentin Richardson. Williams will inbound with Stromile Swift. Dante Jones, who has scored 10 points, 11 points off the bench since coming in. Miller and Wright. 10 on the shot clock. Coming off the screen is Mike Miller. Mike Miller has shot very
and makes 1 out of 2.
And to make it worse, Lorenzen Wright picking up his 4th personal foul. So Wright inside, along with Pau Gasol and Shane Battier. Mike Miller with the ball at guard, and of course Jason Williams, who fires up a 3 and hits. Jason Williams makes it 8.
Just got to keep with the play. They do a good job for the first, like 17, 18 seconds. The last 5 or 6 seconds, they break down and kind of give up.
That's what Shane Battier was saying. In practice, we're fine for a while, and then it drops. We get broken down into the players in double figures. 3 starters and 3 coming off the bench. Earl Watson is the point guard, and he's out there with Dante Jones, Pau Gasol, James Posey, and Stromile Swift. Here's Gasol, and getting a piece of it was Hunter. Jones had the shot, goes up like a slam to slam it through. 100 and more, 114, 108, 110, and 118.
On the free throw line to start the game. For D'Antoni, with him, his whole story is keep your emotions in check. He's a very, very athletic player, and when he gets too high, he gets himself in foul trouble.
Trying to complete a three-point play. 8:55 for the third. It behooves the Grizzlies to start their comeback soon. Lorenzen Wright out to Williams. And now the Grizzlies are facing their largest deficit here at 17. Brian Cardinal gets it to Bonzi Wells, guarded by Jackson.
And they have to get this group right here to score something. Somebody's got to find a way to get the ball loose.
Back to 17 with 2:35 left, and Barbosa now in the game for Steve Nash.
Antonio Burks makes his first appearance, and Cardinal in that game.
The NBA with 26 points. Joe Johnson averaged a career best. Quentin Richardson averaged close to 15. Guess
be happy if you Mike, but you also have to give Mike D'Antoni a lot of credit for what he's done with this team. This is a good team. I don't think it's a great team.
You look at what the Grizzlies have done defensively in the fourth quarter. They've limited Phoenix to just 9 points. Jones takes the jumper. Suns have 2 and a 22nd. 4-point advantage, 15.3 of a second remaining. The Grizzlies. Miller cans the
6 from the field, hitting both of his 3-point attempts. Now the Grizzlies held the Suns to under 100 in 3 of the 4 games during the regular season that they split.
This tempo started out in the favor of the Suns because Memphis started making shots and they decided to play that tempo. And half of that play where either if the help goes to Nash, then Stoudemire's got his right hand to attack the rim.
Miller going out and off the hands of Lorenzen Wright. So it's Mike Miller firing for three and hitting Mike Miller that as we get deeper into the game. Nash, fall away. Rebound taken down by Shane Battier.
Well, it's great execution on their play. They got the look they wanted, just unable to finish.
Grizzlies cut it to 7 twice here in the fourth quarter. They have not scored a basket in the last 4.5 minutes till that three by Miller.
Had an opportunity to visit there yesterday and see the wonderful work that is going on, and just an incredible place, St. Jude's. Stromile Swift hammers it home. 50% or better. They are 21-0. So you got to outscore them. And right now, the Grizzlies find themselves down 18. Josh Howard with the game high 27, and very impressively, Michael, 27 points on just 14 shots, and Dallas also sharing the basketball.
Pretty good numbers here. I mean, this is a very good basketball team, folks.
Well, they've won 8 in a row. Wells cuts to the rim and on this April evening. Grizzlies down 20 with 2:33 remaining in the regular season. Again, the Grizzlies began their playoff run Sunday night at America West Arena. 9:30 start Memphis time. You'll see it all right here on FSN South.
Close after the game to face the T-Wolves. Inside is Nazir Muhammad. Blocked by Gasol. First block of the night for Memphis after the Spurs had blocked 4 shots in the early going, including 3 by Tim Duncan.
They've played some physical defense here to start the ball game. It's apparent that they're trying to get ready for the playoffs as well.
Miller steps up over Barry and hits the jumper. Talk about protecting the basketball. Here's Robinson from Barry. Then Robinson with the missed rebound off to Stromile Swift.
Almost got that one to go, and that was a great contest by Dwayne Posey. James Posey, sorry.
Well, we didn't see much of it the other night. He got thrown out of the game.
That's right, yeah. So forgive me.
Showed his football arm. Throwing the ball away after a foul was called. Posey back down. Inside to Swift. And Stromile gets it to go. And a foul is called. See if the basket will count. It's on Memphis, I believe.
Yeah, it was Glenn Robinson was going for the rebound and just got shoved. Dallas, Houston, us, I mean, who knows?
Wilkes with a miss. 37-33. Memphis on top by 4. Jason Williams drops it off for Miller. And back out to Williams. 4:54 remaining in the second quarter. Four on the shot clock, and just in time as Gasol 574, our Cadillac legendary moment. Spurs trying to win 60 tonight, and they've done it twice in their history, in 94-95 and, of course, the 02-03 season. And win tonight. Spurs with Ginobili's incredible three-point play have their largest lead of 6. 88-82. Manu jumps out at Swift. He takes it to the basket. Kicks it back out to Battier, and they rotate. Williams. Nice feed. Stromile Swift.
Free throw line, and you definitely want another crack at it. So, not time to hold the basketball here if you're Memphis. You got to try to hit something quickly. 92-90 Spurs. Gasol to inbounds to Jason Williams. Williams looking for Miller. No surprise. Strong to the glass and ties the game. 22 seconds. Your guy's going one way, he goes another, and he gets an easy shot. Pop is signaling from the sideline. Watch for the lob. Jason Williams there it is, right there. For the game.
Certainly something the Grizzlies want to really try to reduce here in this quarter as San Antonio. That's been their saving grace so far.
A 15-5 San Antonio run dating back to 7:50 remaining in the first quarter. Grizzlies led it. And since then, the Spurs have grabbed control of the scoreboard. They have their largest lead of the night at 9. Earl with the runner in the lane. So Duncan goes out. And the Spurs, Michael, were probably about the smallest team you could put out there. And neither team above 40%.
There's certainly when you want to go at Pau Gasol, allow him to operate against Tony Massenberg. If they don't double team him, he has to make his move right away.
And he rattles that one in. Ginobili
Well, it has to be sustained effort right now, if there's any word I can think of. I mean, he started out great in the first quarter. It just seems like once again in the second quarter has been their Achilles heels. You allow a team to just totally dominate for 2 or 3 minutes. The margin of error is so small, you have to answer that. I mean, this San Antonio Spurs team was looking totally different 6 minutes ago.
Battier drives the base for the Grizzlies, led it by 3 in the early going.
You know, for the Grizzlies to get back in this game, they're going to have to improve their shooting percentage, finish those easy ones, make the shots when they're open, because as we talked about, folks, there's very little room for error here.
Battier cutting back door, and Gasol 3 of 11 shooting, but the Spurs have not needed him. Bruce Bowen, the leading scorer for San Antonio, he has 15. Gasol, the game-high score, with 17, has it now, going high-low with Wells, and is deflected by Ginobili, but recaptured by Mike Miller. Watson for 3, and there,
with a high level of confidence right now.
they are to a point right now. Denver does not care who they are playing. They don't care about the matchups. They don't care about the quality of the other team. As you look at Denver atop the fast break chart, Jason with a deep 2 fills it. He coughs up a miss.
You know, he's having a great year. Most players in their sophomore or second year struggle in that year. He and LeBron James have had another breakout years.
Well, I think it's been some tough love by George Karl. They did not always see eye to eye. Miller for 3.
And they're getting some early success.
Both Jason Williams and Mike Miller, 10 points. Lorenzen Wright likewise has 10, and threw 3 in Utah. Minnesota, a 5-point advantage. Cardinal a little up and under, and Brian Cardinal.
Come on. Well, I mean, what do you expect Brian to do at that point? Exactly that.
Right, and so technical fouls both ways. So Jason Phillips and the officiating crew take the easy way out with double technicals as Cardinal hit 9. McGrady with Battier in his face forces a miss. Battier off the feed from Jason. Grizzlies trying to climb back in, down 10, down by as many as 13. Miller, it's a long 2. Yes! Mike Miller with 13.
Certainly a tough shot as the shot clock is expired right there by Mike James, making a huge basket for Houston at this point.
Lead back in double digits for Houston at 11, 49-38. 50 seconds remaining. Both teams out of fouls to give. Mike Miller off the fadeaway. Got it again! Mike Miller's got it stuck on automatic.
Gasol coming alive with 19, and then holding Tracy McGrady so far under his season average.
Here's Mike Miller. Posey. Yes! That's a 3 from James Posey. Grizzlies back within pockets. McGrady, Yao, Sura, James, and Barry.
At this point, Pete, it's still just a 2-possession game.
Gasol sets the screen. Mike turns the corner, gets to the cup, and shoots it in. Got by.
Watson will defend you. You need to be careful with the ball because he's got good, quick hands. He'll deflect it, or he'll just outright make steals.
He's guarded by Terry. Howard is on the hot man, Mike Miller. Dampier guards Gasol. He can't get the shot off. Watson penetrates the baseline. Miller floors it and feeds Wright. Lorenzen Wright ties the game at 2 apiece. Foul in the backcourt, pressing up against Earl Watson. Ro Blackman, by the way, not with us tonight. He's on basketball business in his native Panama, so we wish him the best with that. We expect he'll rejoin us for our matchup in Seattle. Gasol, the reverse dunk along the baseline, made extraordinary impacts on the lives of youngsters everywhere.
That's pretty cool. That's good stuff, folks.
Grizzlies on the attack off the timeout. Lorenzen Wright muscles it home and draws the foul, so Wright
has the highest retention of 12 players than anyone in the league.
Dribble penetration. Here's Wallace, denied by Pau Gasol. Jason Williams into the front court. We apologize to those that disjoin us because of technical difficulties. Matt Devitt along with Adrian Branch and Stephanie Reddy. Here's Gasol backing down. He's been back now to Carroll. Gives it up hard in the lane. Here's Okafor over Gasol. And the shot doesn't go as Cardinal snares it and sends it to Watson.
Earl Watson, one of my favorite players because he gets
better every year, and he's matured to lead this team and not just go for his. There's a no call, or they don't get any respect for their effort. That really fires up the Bobcat coaching staff.
14 points and doesn't